Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Pam Bondi, Todd Blanche, and the Department of Justice have some news for these Democrats that they're not going to like at all. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Pam Bondi and Todd Blanche are doing what they're supposed to do here. You're going to hear a lot about politicizing the Justice Department. They're going to talk to you about that. It's going to be on your TV shows and your news shows. I'm here to tell you this is what the Justice Department is supposed to do. These Democrats who made that video directed at our military, in my opinion, committed sedition against this country. That is an insurrection. There was no reason for that video. There was no illegal orders given. That was a wink and a nod. That was a way to tell military members, hey, if you don't like an order you're given by Donald Trump, you think it's illegal, don't do it. That's not how it works. We don't have a bunch of little individual soldiers running around. It doesn't work that way. The military would never work that way. You serve the president, whether you like him or not. Democrat or Republican, you fulfill your oath. That's your duty. If an illegal order comes down, chances are your generals are going to say, we're not going to do this. It's got to go through a whole lot of chain of command before it gets to you as a soldier. You think these soldiers don't know that? You think some guy sitting at a desk is better equipped to tell her or to tell these soldiers what is a legal and illegal order than the President of the United States, who has intelligence you don't have? And now Bondi and Blanche are talking about criminal prosecution here, a criminal investigation against these senators and Congress members, and they deserve it. They should be behind bars. They should be kicked out of their jobs and be behind bars for what they did. This is an outrage. I want you to watch this and let me know what you think in the comments.
And you ask whether what they did is a crime. I mean, you tell me what it is. You tell me what it is. I mean, what is the value? What is the reason for saying what they said, except for to encourage members of our military, to encourage members of our intelligence community to defy a direct command from their superior, and that is wrong.
Your resume as an attorney and your background and experience lends me to believe that you know the answer to the question you're asking me. You're number 2 at the DOJ. Does this need to be investigated? And what would the investigation be under?
Well, the investigation would absolutely be under what their intent was in saying this. And the question, we've all watched this a lot today, and the question you have to ask yourself is, what is their intent? What is the reason that they all went on a video and encouraged young men and women to defy court orders without even giving a hint of what's illegal, without even giving any suggestion of what law or what order they're being asked to violate? You cannot do that in this country, especially if you're a leader. And so what does the investigation look like? I think they should be held to account. I think that those congressmen should be required to answer questions and to answer questions about why they did what they did. And the American people deserve that, and so does President Trump.
Deputy Attorney General, let me put back on the screen, if I may, 18 U.S. Code 2383, and I will go over it one more time. We'll put it up on the screen. It says, whoever incites, sets on foot, assists, or engages in any rebellion or insurrection against the authority of the United States or the laws thereof, or gives aid or comfort thereto, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both, and shall be incapable of holding any office under the United States. Do you suspect these 6 lawmakers are guilty of this?
Look, I'm not convicting anybody tonight on this show, but I will tell you something, and that is this is a disgusting and inappropriate display of supposed leadership from the Democrat Party. These men and women should not have described themselves as former members of the military or former members of the intelligence community. They should have described themselves as Democrats who lost and Democrats who don't like the result of last November, because there is no laws being violated. There are no orders that are being given that are unconstitutional or illegal. And the fact that these folks came out and encouraged our young men and women, who are many of them armed, to defy court orders is something that we have to take a very close look at, and I promise you, Sean, that we will.
And can I interpret that, sir, to mean that there's an investigation underway?
Look, we don't, Sean, you know, we don't talk about investigations, but
you got to give me A+ for trying, Todd. I'm trying, but I understand you can't. If it's,